So what do I consider to be 3 of the most important things that are in my first aid kit? And so here they are. The first you guys are going to laugh at, but what it is, it's Imodium or generic. It's anti-diarrheal medication. I don't carry it in a bottle like this. I usually will keep a couple, I'd say 4 or 5, depending on the length of the trip, just in my first aid kit, just to have. It's one of those things where if you're out in civilization normally, you don't tend to think about this because you can go to your bathroom, you can go to your medicine cabinet, whatever it is, and grab one of these or Tums or something like that. If you're miles away from the nearest facility, it's not a place you want to be having a whole lot of diarrhea. And so I make sure that these pills are definitely one of my top 3 most important things in my kit. The second one is Gil Neosporin. It's just one of those things I always toss in there just for antibacterial properties, of course. If you have to clean a wound or a cut and you need to kind of make sure that you don't have a chance of getting an infection, Neosporin is one of those easy things that I just kind of pop in my kit. I don't feel the way. I do tend to carry it in a tube, just not usually a full one, just to cut down some of the weight. And it's nice to have peace of mind that you have that you know any scratches, cuts, nicks, those sort of things. It helps. Also, if you think about it, Neosporin is actually an analgesic, so it does have some pain relief properties. So if you have any skin irritations or wounds, we're not talking huge wounds, of course, but anything where you want to reduce the pain, Neosporin is a good option. And my third thing that I think is a really important thing to have in your kit is some sort of blister cure. And so you see this, and you guys have all probably seen already, things like moleskin or leukotape. But here is one of the things that I carry in my kit. And what it is, it's 3M medical tape. And so it's breathable. These are one of those things that if I feel a hot spot coming on in my shoes or my boots, thankfully I haven't had very much problems with that. This is something that I'll actually put on the hot spot if it's getting a lot of friction between my sock and foot, or foot and shoe, wherever that is. So it just comes off just like a sticker, because that's what it is. 3M medical tape. It's very breathable, very lightweight, so it comes right off. And then depending on the size of the blister or hot spot that I'm dealing with, I usually will tear off a piece, and it tears pretty easily. And I usually will stick that on the affected spot and call it good to go. And I kind of cheated a little bit. To the back of at least one of these pieces of tape, I have a needle. And I usually just stick it down with a piece of tape or whatever I have available. And it definitely is a needle with an eye in it. Needles are one of those things that you don't really think about using or think about needing until you actually do need it. So I use mine, or I have mine in my kit to use, and thankfully if I ever had to use it, if I sanitize it, use it for popping blisters, if I have any of those, and also in a true emergency, if I, God forbid, ever had to use it for emergency stitching of some kind on a person, on skin or whatever. That's why I make sure I have one. I don't have a pin, I have a needle that I can thread some piece of fabric or Dyneema or whatever I need to use in a true emergency in there to stitch parts of people together. Hope I never come to that point. As well as minor repairs if something were, let's say the stitching on my backpack were to fail. So it's a good multi-purpose tool that I keep on there, and I make sure I have it on my trips. So this was a great tag video. I was tagged by Carly over at The Last Grown Up in the Woods, and she has a phenomenal channel. She's one of the channels that I really enjoy watching. Just she gets out there a lot, and she has a lot of knowledge, and I always like to learn from people like Carly, just because I don't know everything. I don't know if you guys could tell that or not. I mean, poop trowels, I got down, but everything else, I'm still kind of learning and figuring things out, just like everyone is. You always have more to learn and more to grow in terms of knowledge. So go on over and check out her channel. Really phenomenal. I suggest if you like her content, go ahead and subscribe. She puts out content weekly. And so I'd like to tag 2 channels. And the 2 I'd like to tag are Jack's Drinkwater. I'm really curious to see what an ultralight hiker like him carries in his first aid kit. And I'd like to tag Catherine Gregory and see what she's taken in her first aid kit. So the links to those channels are down below. Go ahead and follow them. They're channels I really enjoy and I watch regularly. So go ahead and check them out. And thanks for the tag, Carly. All right. Peace.